So this is where we left off. So we have a basic application here. So we have the user interface, and it says FlashCard. We have text area, question, answer, and the next button. So now we are going to proceed. What we do next. So let's go, and we did create a button here. That's a next button, and we added it to our main panel. Okay, so at the bottom here, we are going to create an event listener. So we are going to attach the next button to an event listener, which will take care of responding to the click. So we say next button dot add action listener. Okay, so we see enter. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna say new. We're gonna pass a new object which we haven't created. It's gonna be new next card listener, which we haven't created. We will in a second here. Okay, so we are going to, let's go at the bottom here, and we're going to create next card listener, and we're going to say implements because we want to make sure it implements the action listener. We'll have to implement the unimplemented methods. So click that, say enter. Now we have this action performed, which passes in an action which is attached to the button, and then inside here, that's where we can do whatever we want to the button once clicked. Okay, so very simple, just created a class which is being added to our next button here. So now we have a way to know what happens if somebody clicks. So for now, to make sure that things actually work, let's go ahead and say something, say system, let's say button clicked, and save. Let's run this, and we should see here in our console something. Okay, button clicked, button clicked. That's good. So it's working. So the next thing we need to add is a menu bar. So we need to add a menu bar where, let's run this one more time so I can show you. So we need to have some sort of menu bar that will allow us to click, and then we have this menu drop down where we can select save or new. Okay, so that's the whole idea. Likely we do have a menu bar class that we can use with Java Swing. Okay, so we are going to do that right now. So here we can do, say menu bar. Okay, so can J menu bar, there it is, say J menu bar. We're gonna call this menu bar, new J menu bar. Okay, and we are going to create a file menu. So the menu bar class allows us to instantiate the menu bar. So we now have to create the file menu bar. Okay, so think of it, the menu bar is just a container that we are asking, hey, we need to create a menu bar. So there is a menu bar, but menu bar as it is, it's just a container that has nothing. So for things to work, we actually need to create a menu, right? So we need to do, say J menu, right? Now it's menu, not menu bar. Okay, menu, because that's gonna go inside of our menu bar. Okay, and we're gonna call this file menu. So to new J menu, and we have to pass in a string, right? File. So this is what it's gonna be shown at the top of our window. It says file, so then we can click, and then there's a drop down. Now, once we've created our menu, now we need to create a menu item. The actual things, when you click on file, then drops down, then we should have the actual menu. Okay. In this case, we're gonna go say J menu item. Okay, we have a hierarchy here. So say file, say new menu item is equal to new J menu item, and we're gonna pass in say new. Okay, and we're gonna create another one, J menu item. Okay, this one is going to be save menu item, right? It's gonna be the option to save. So we are going to add event listeners, because remember, these are going to be buttons in a way, because if you click file, there's some action needs to happen, and if you have hit new, something has to happen. If you click on save, something also has to happen. So now we are going to attach, so we're going to say new menu item dot add action, new menu item dot add action, and we're going to pass in a new menu item listener, which is a class we need to create in a bit here, and then we're gonna have to do the same with our save menu item. So save menu item dot add action listener, and then say new save menu listener, just like that. Okay, and let's go again here. Let's start with this one. We're going to create this class at the bottom here. Say class. We're going to still implement action listener. That way we have the template working for us here. So click in here and add an implemented method. So we have that. I'm going to do the same for our save menu listener. All right, so nothing really new here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now, you notice something here. So if we save this and run, you'd think, oh, we should see. Well, guess what? We don't see any file menu showing here. I wonder why. You probably guessed it. We always have to add any component that we create, right? So we haven't added it to anything, all of these components, all of this menu bar, file menu, and menu items. So we actually have to add it to our file menu. Because remember, again, it all goes to that hierarchy we were talking about, right? If you look at the whole hierarchy of creating our user interface, we have the frame, and then we have the panels and anything. So we have that hierarchy, and the same concept still applies here, right? So we created a menu bar. It's just a template, right? There's nothing there. And then we created an item, new menu item, right? Something that we can attach to that menu bar. And then we created another save menu item that we'll need to attach to our menu, our file menu here, okay? So the first thing we need to do, so we have to add everything to our file menu, because the idea is that when they click on file, then this new and save has to show. So what do we do here? We're gonna go ahead and say file menu dot add. You notice right away it says it accepts menu items or items of type J menu, which incidentally for us here, it's gonna be the file. I'm sorry, it's going to be the new, because these are actually JMenu item types. Now let's add new menu item, okay, because we want that to show first. File menu.add. Let's add save menu. Now that we have added our menu items into our file name, remember we still have our menu bar. So now we are able to add all of this, the file name, which has the menu item and save menu items, to our menu bar. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. So now we need to add everything to our menu bar. So we say menu bar dot add file menu. Okay, this is very important. I'll repeat myself again because I think I want you to understand. It can be a little bit complicated. So what we did here? Well, we created a menu bar. Just an empty menu bar. Think of it as a frame, okay? There's nothing in it. And then we created a file menu, which will have the actual name saying file, right? And under that, we created the new and save menu items. So these menu items will go under file menu, which we did here, right? We added them to our file menu. After we've done that, then we went back to our menu bar, which we created, that empty template there, and then we added the file menu, which consequently has the new menu item and the save menu item. Okay? So once you understand this hierarchy again, concept in swing, then everything will make a lot of sense. That's what we're doing here. So we save this now. If we run, nothing. I know. Okay, so what is the problem now? We added everything, but the problem is, yes, we did add menu bar, right? File name, file menu to menu bar, and it's all good. However, remember, we still have our frame, which is the parent canvas per se. So we haven't added the menu bar, which has the file name, which file names have this new menu item and save item. So that's why it's not showing, because it's saying, well, it's created, but I have no idea where it's supposed to be in the canvas, in our main frame. All right, so that's why now we have to go and say frame dot set J menu bar, because now we are saying we want to go to that frame and set a menu bar, not just set anything else. Just there's a specific place where a menu bar has to be. Okay, so that, and then you can pass the menu bar. And there we go. Now, if you save this and run this time, we should see, look at that. You see, it created all of this. It created this little area here, right? A menu bar area. Okay, this is the whole menu bar area, and we can click and say new and save. All right, isn't that great? That's perfect. So while we're here, let's go ahead and also make this a little bit organized. There we go. Say, don't forget this. And the best way to put this, actually, let's get rid of there, and it has to go here after, oops, after here. That's logical. It still works, but this is the best way where it should be, because after we've done everything, and then we put the menu bar inside of our frame. Okay. So let's run one more time. Nothing should change, but at least we should have some, we know that in our code we've changed a few things that make sense for us, the programmers. But again, we still have the same thing here. And since we always do this, let's go ahead and add some sort of little print out codes. That way we know exactly that things are working. Let's say system.out print. So this is for new menu clicked. Okay, let's copy that and put it here as well. That way we're not left behind here. This will be save. Okay, so now save. It should print out those that line there. Okay, so save, file, new menu clicked, file, save menu clicked. Good. So at least we know things are now connected. We're ready to work on some code here. All right, so I'll see you in the next video.